Doing great is easy when life is easy. But what about when times get tough? Natural disasters, global pandemics, war raging, economic downturn. This isn't a dystopian movie starring Matt Damon. This is what you and I had to live through for the past years. So let's just take a moment to let a sigh of relief because we made it this far. And now, whatever they got in store for us, we'll beat them to it by preparing. Preparation is way more important than planning, especially in today's context, because planning is based on the expectation of order. Preparation is based on the expectation of chaos. Plan for order and you'll be destroyed by chaos. Prepare for chaos and you'll thrive in any condition. Today we'll work on 5 skills that will ensure our survival whatever happens. 5 skills that will help us get our life together, be more resilient and thrive even amidst chaos.
Cause I know this world is beautiful, but you're making me so cynical.
Imagine you're 9 years old and you invite friends from school for your birthday party. There is this one girl, she's so pretty, she has the cutest pencil case with unicorns on it. She's the cool kid. Even though you've never spoken to her much, you still invite her for your birthday and you really hope she's going to come. The day of the party, the guests start arriving and you're still there waiting at the door hoping that she's going to come. Only she does not. And everyone kind of forgot it was your birthday. The kids kept playing with each other and you were stuck at the door. You missed your own birthday party, waiting for the cool girl who was not even your friend. And this is how life is sometimes too. You really want someone to like you, or you really want a specific opportunity, so you keep ignoring everyone and everything else. And you can only see what you missed out on by looking back. I remember a New Year's Eve that I spent crying over some guy. And my best friend at the time spent that New Year's Eve with me in a bathroom while cried. And I wish so much I could go back in time and instead of thinking, oh my God, why he didn't text me back, I wish I stopped and thought to myself, she's such a great friend. I'm so lucky to have her. Your normal average day is somebody else's dream day. There are people who wished they had the mental and physical capacity to run for the bus or take out the trash or to go to the office or to even have one single friend. The ability to be grateful, especially in times when life seems to strip us of everything that we care for and when we're spiraling into the scarcity mindset, that's a skill that will help you go through anything in life and that will also help you lift others up. Daria, we need to talk.
Now? I'm in a crucial stage of this documentary about competitive cheese rolling.
This is a matter of domestic security. I hear you've been keeping hostage all the due paperwork, unpaid bills, dishes molding in the sink. Also, I demand that the dirty clothes be liberated from the laundry basket. Otherwise, I'm cancelling Netflix and you'll never see the end of that cheese rolling documentary.
I'm willing to negotiate. What are your terms?
I demand that the hostages be freed. And also, you need to start working out. Only then I'll keep paying the subscriptions.
How do I know that I can trust you?
Well, you don't. Have you ever caught yourself in a hostage negotiation type of situation with yourself? How exhausting. It's a never-ending struggle. In this world, if you can't trust yourself, you can't really trust anyone. I mean, how can you plan your life if you don't know if you will show up to what you have planned for yourself if you don't trust yourself? If you see what I mean. We all want a quick fix. We want to trick ourselves into self-discipline. But the truth is, it needs to start with a very clear intention to be the type of person that you can rely on, and then to keep doing it until it becomes your second nature. One thing that helps me get there is picking one difficult thing, one hard thing, committing to it, and then just doing it, no matter what. And my one thing is called exposure. In the past, I tried to go from being this lazy cheese documentary kind of girl to do it all kind of girl, but then I kind of burned out and gave up on everything. Picking one thing gave me this almost symbolic, realistic way to prove to myself that I can in fact show up for myself. Another thing that massively helped me is viewing what I want to do as a game and not an obstacle. In a game, all challenges, all side quests give you character points or skill points, and the same happens in life, so stop avoiding life, stop avoiding hard work, stop avoiding challenges, get those character points, learn how to be a person that you can trust and do their work. This is probably one of the most important skills in life. In a disturbing scientific experiment, prisoners were told to dig holes and then fill them back in, endlessly for days. Soon they started losing their minds. They experienced hallucinations, delusions, a breakdown of their sense of self. The study was highly unethical and condemned precisely because it proved one important thing. Depriving somebody of meaning is one of the most devastating forms of harm. What if the prisoners had been told that their digging served a secret purpose? Maybe they were assisting archaeological excavations, or maybe they were deactivating explosives. Even if not true, that might have helped them cope. Wait a second.
Oh, too many books. Yes.
This is a fascinating book about storytelling, but it also explores how the narratives that we choose for ourselves shape and impact our lives. The author explores something called the hero mentality. It's when we believe that we are constantly progressing towards something better in life and that our life has meaning. Growing evidence suggests that psychological factors such as will to live or a sense of purpose or a positive outlook on life have positive correlation with our longevity and our health. There's research that suggests that individuals with higher sense of purpose in life have lower mortality and lower risk of chronic diseases, even when accounted for factors such as gender, age, and other existing health conditions. As the book states, when we pursue challenging but meaningful goals, we thrive. Our reward system activates not upon achieving our objective, but during the pursuit itself. This hero mindset is the complete opposite of the victim mentality, where we believe that things are constantly deteriorating and we are completely powerless. The key takeaway here is that while we can't control our circumstances, we can always interpret them. We can choose between a hero and a victim mentality. In Squid Game Season 1, those who performed the best were the ones who had a very compelling reason to survive, either saving their family from North Korea or paying off their debts to protect their loved ones. We all struggle, it's part of human existence, but those who believe that their struggle has meaning, they will progress further and they will be happier despite of the immediate outcome. In a study by Harvard University, participants were asked to sit alone in a room for 15 minutes. No phones, no books, no distractions. Just sitting alone with their thoughts. After a while, each participant was given a choice. Either stay in the room or get a small electric shock and leave. Surprisingly, most participants chose to get the electric shock. To be honest, I'm not that surprised. I mean, my thoughts can be pretty awful. But then again, it's kind of worrying that we can't just sit alone with our thoughts. Our minds are a place that we occupy 24/7, all our life, and we just can't get a new one. As famous Pinterest wisdom goes, you spend most of your life inside your head. Make it a nice place to be. What helps me take care of my mental space is having a regular mental hygiene routine. You see, I used to think that I was born with anxiety and being stressed, and that's my condition, and I will go to therapy, and I will get better, and I will never feel anxious again. And don't get me wrong, therapy and other practices do help, but stress and anxiety will always be part of life to some extent, at least for me. And just as you need good exercise regimen and a healthy diet constantly in your life, you also need a regular mental hygiene routine to respond to the stresses as they appear in life. One practice from mindfulness meditation that I try to do regularly, with emphasis on try, is exactly what the participants in the study had to do, meaning sitting and observing your thoughts. So imagine you're on the beach and you're browsing through pebbles. You look carefully at each of the pebbles and you try to decide which one to keep. You only want to keep the beautiful ones, the precious ones, the ones that feel good. The rest you just toss aside because keeping too many would be too heavy to carry for you. And you do the same with your thoughts as they arise. This practice teaches you that just because bad thoughts arise, it doesn't mean that you have to act on them. You can look at them, be detached from them, and decide if you want to trust them. Decide if they deserve to occupy your mental space or not. Mindfulness gives you time. Time gives you choices, and choices skillfully made lead to freedom. Let this be your year of freedom. A musician, plagued by self-doubt, constantly scrapped his songs. Then one day he decided to play just for the fun of it, without judgment. This act of self-kindness allowed his true music to emerge. beautiful and resonant. Today he is known as Bono. Just before the release of Joshua Tree, one of the U2's most iconic albums, Bono admitted to being constantly ridden by self-doubt, and he even considered halting production altogether. Self-kindness and self-compassion are hard, especially in today's world that constantly tells us that we should doubt ourselves, where most of the financial gains come from human insecurity, social comparison, and feelings of inadequacy. Our lack of self-compassion, meaning the ability to forgive ourselves when we mess up, leads us to low self-esteem. And because we already think badly of ourselves, this leads us to making bad choices because we just don't believe we deserve any better. And those bad choices, again, lead us to lack of self-compassion, and the cycle goes on and on. What helps stop this cycle is self-kindness. We are taught how to be kind to other people, what it entails, but so often we forget to be kind to ourselves, to be patient with ourselves, especially in times that are difficult. What makes self-kindness even trickier in difficult times is the awareness that other people also have it bad, or they may even have it a lot worse, and then you feel guilty for feeling sad, or for feeling weak, or for needing help, and you feel like you should just get it together. But the thing is, whether somebody is drowning at the depth of 30 meters or 6 meters, they are both drowning, and they both need help. We can acknowledge our own suffering while having compassion for those suffering elsewhere. And also we can stay open to joy and happiness in our own lives while recognizing the suffering of other people. The world has always been scattered with pain and tragedy, but I think what is different in our times is that we are more connected than ever before, and we see online what is happening in other parts of the world. Previous generations were mostly preoccupied with what was going on in their own country, and that was already a lot. But nowadays, I feel like there is this burden of awareness of everything that is going wrong everywhere all the time, and that can be very stressful and overwhelming. So I think the ability to balance empathy for others with self-compassion is a very important skill to have nowadays. We are all going through a lot, individually and collectively, and I think it's all going to be a lot easier if we forgive ourselves for messing up every now and then, and also if we approach one another with kindness and compassion. Okay, just to make sure I got everything right, don't miss out on present joys by fixating on what's absent, like waiting for somebody who doesn't show up. Appreciate those who do show up. Self-discipline comes from building trust in yourself through consistent action. So pick one challenging thing that you will do to prove your reliability and frame your goals as a game with character points to embrace challenges and avoid procrastination. Choose to interpret your experiences with a hero mentality. The sense of purpose will positively impact your well-being, and it will also help you find joy in the process, not only in the final achievement. Practicing mindfulness through observing your thoughts without judgment, as if observing pebbles on a beach, helps you choose which thoughts to engage with, which creates mental freedom. Having mental hygiene is just as important as having physical hygiene. Self-kindness helps us break the cycle of low self-esteem leading to bad choices, which leads to further self-criticism. It involves being patient and compassionate with yourself, especially during difficult times, and without feeling guilty for acknowledging your own suffering alongside the suffering of others. The notes are on the screen. Feel free to take a screenshot, just not when I speak because I look silly when I speak. And that's it. Thank you so much, and you got this.